If you don't get me donut right now, I'm rating you 1 star.
I'm feeling kind of glitchy.
Excuse me. I ordered a pineapple smoothie.
Hello, human. I am Baby.
Welcome back to the Upload VR Showcase Summer Edition, brought to you by Moss. Here I have Devin and Andrew with Alchemy Labs. Thank you so much for joining us, and tell us about what's coming to the land of the simulator.
Thanks, Ian. So we are building a new DLC. It's called Vacation Simulator Back to Job. And just to give you like a quick description, the gig economy has arrived in Vacation Simulator. All bots have gone on vacation and no one has left a job. So it's time for the human to enter the on-demand workforce to make the perfect vacation for bots. Time to job again.
I wanted to understand. So is it a free update or a paid update?
So yeah, this is a free DLC for Vacation Simulator.
And can you give us a little bit of detail about sort of what's going to be in there? The trailer was very funny, but I still don't have a good picture sort of what I'm going to be doing in there.
Yeah, so it's kind of bringing two worlds together. So our goal with Vacation Simulator was to make this game that was familiar. And this is kind of our opportunity, this DLC, to bring the worlds of Vacation Simulator and Job Simulator together. So kind of some of the cool things from both, and kind of mash them together.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that had, they obviously they share names, but they are very, very different at their core. So it's interesting to see sort of a lot of that from the first game make it over into the second game. I want to understand, are you going to launch on all platforms at the same time, or is this going to be a staggered update?
Yeah, so yeah, we're going to ship on all platforms, PC, Oculus Quest, PlayStation. Yep, we'll be there.
At the same time? Whenever.
So yeah, exact timing will be available on all platforms.
And you've added a number of accessibility features to Job Simulator or Vacation Simulator over time. Can you explain what those are, and are they all going to be in with the new update as well?
So yeah, we put a ton of effort into those features, and it's really great that we get to like highlight these. So some of these are, this fantastic subtitle system that we worked so hard on building, kind of the best in class subtitles. We have a one-handed mode, and it kicks on automatically when a controller is lost, and really makes the game playable. Just happens, as you're playing. We tested with limited mobility and put in limited mobility features. We've done things for colorblind, and that's just a few of the things that we've done. So yeah, and all of those are going to be included in the new DLC.
Awesome. And can you say, I don't know how much detail you can give here, but your game has always been on so many platforms. Where are you seeing sort of the most traction with Vacation Simulator? How popular is standalone for your games?
Vacation Simulator has done quite well on all platforms, and so that's kind of great and kind of part of our strategy to bring games to all platforms. Standalone is relatively recent for us with Vacation Simulator. It just came out in December, and we've seen great pickup. People really love our games, in particular both Vacation Simulator and Job Simulator over the holidays. It was very refreshing to see like a lot coming into VR for the first time and talking about how much they love both Job Simulator and Vacation Simulator. The TV has been stopped in the other room, so let's see if that picks up the internet here.
I can also tell it's been stopped.
I would show you guys, but I've got an LTE router up in my window. It's my favorite thing because I should actually open up the window now that I think about it, because it improves my cell service when I open up the window, which is kind of insane. So I guess I'm wondering, just how are things for Alchemy Labs? You've had a long journey, and what's going on these days? I know we're all in social isolation still to some degree, in different countries, different states. But I mean, what's it been like in 2020 for you guys?
Yeah, and Andrew, you can take this here.
Yeah, so it's definitely been it's definitely a challenge, right? And there's a lot going on. As far as, kind of the effect on Alchemy Labs, we are now all working from home. And it's been, we've had our ups and downs doing that, but we figured out how to make it work, right? And we're kind of back on track here. And then kind of the stuff that we're working on is you're seeing our DLC, and then, we're working on an unannounced new title that, and kind of focused on making great content and keeping moving forward.
Ooh, unannounced title. Does it have simulator in the title?
We're not really talking about that. We're here to talk about the DLC.
So can you give any kind of gauge of how big the DLC is? Because, it's hard to kind of gauge the length of time it takes to play a job simulator or a vacation simulator game. But is there any way to sort of quantify how big an addition this is?
So we're still working on it, so we don't fully know the answer to that yet. But yeah, and as you pointed out, it is really hard. Like, we do a lot of play tests with folks, and it is really hard to gauge length of things, because some people are just like, with Vacation Simulator, we did a lot of math with like the resort. When you start through that part, we're like, how long do we think people are going to take to go through here? We're like, probably 10, 15 minutes. And then as soon as we started play testing, it was like, we had people that did entire hour and a half playlist sessions, and they hadn't yet got out of the resort, right? And so just kind of the quirk and interesting things of the games we make.
Awesome. Yeah, I totally get that, because it's always one of these games that you put so many people into VR for their first time, and it's dramatic to see the different ways people can play a job simulator, a vacation simulator. Those are the core of my questions, and I'll leave this to Jamie and Xena to edit any of these extras in there. So if you guys don't want to answer, don't feel awkward. But have you played with hand tracking at all? And what do you think of the latest with hand tracking?
We had a chance. I got to try it back at OC6, kind of the earlier version of stuff, and then recently, and it's very impressive what they've been able to do, particularly on hardware that exists out in the wild. This is not that's not a normal thing that you see, is hardware that's already shipped all of a sudden getting radically new features, and so it is quite interesting. Nothing kind of to announce from our side of things, but it is definitely something we're keeping our eye on.
Yeah, there's obviously lots of considerations there, and I thought it was worth asking. But Waltz of the Wizard, I tried Waltz of the Wizard in there, and they've got that hand gesture in there where you can kind of do a room scale movement. And Job Simulator is such like a physical game of reaching forward and grabbing things. So I'm curious to see how it translates, or if it's possible to translate. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and congrats on the new update coming. And I know there's a lot of people out there, including inside my household, who just cannot wait to get back to their jobs. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Ian.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.